Hey, horror fiends. Before we start this week's show, check out this podcast.
Good morning, fellow horror fans. My name is Gracie.
And I'm Abby.
And we're the hosts of the podcast Good Mourning Nancy.
That's morning with an O-U.
Want to listen to a horror movie podcast from the female perspective? Then check out our show.
Not only do we discuss our favorite horror films and why we love them, but we also point out any representation in the film.
All while drinking a nice cup of coffee.
We've got episodes on Beetlejuice, The Thing, Prom Night, Saw, Frankenstein, Jaws.
There's something for everyone. So go to goodmourningnancy.com and have a listen, won't you? Remember, that's morning with an O-U.
That's MOURNING. GoodMourningNancy.com.
We love you all to death. Have a great morning.
Goodbye.
If you're listening to this in the car and you're on your way home,
we'll be in
turn
your
around
house.
because we're in your house.
We're in your house. Podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Pat.
I'm Dylan.
No, I'm Jorge. And we're back. And it's our October Spooktacular Extravaganza.
It's fucking here!
Name pending. I literally came up with that.
Spooky season
5
is
seconds.
fucking here, bitches.
It's our Christmas.
It's Christmas.
No, Christmas is still great.
No.
But
no.
it's
October finally, and that's exciting.
Merry Christmas.
My birthday's in 2 weeks.
George's
It's more
birthday.
exciting for other people because seasons don't exist in Florida.
That is very true.
Yeah, we got hot, rain,
Hotter.
We don't even see leaves.
hotter because of the rain.
Leaves don't even change colors here.
What
Yeah.
leaves?
Wait, leaves change colors?
Yeah, dude, they change colors.
What?
So everyone that's not in Florida,
From
that's
what, to leaf to
experiencing
fire?
Season,
George, are you on drugs?
yeah.
No.
You're just so hyped right now. I'm like, whoa.
He's
I'm
hyped.
drinking-
Is it the October spirit?
It's October and I'm drinking Monster.
and it's the pumpkin spice lattes. That's what it is.
I'm lactose
Oh, I can't
intolerant. I
wait.
can't drink them.
I can't wait for the pumpkin spice.
I saw him punch a child once.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of cool stuff planned for October. So look out for that. Gonna get a lot of YouTube content. We're gonna do some pretty cool haunts coming up. So we're gonna do some remote podcasting. So you'll get an episode where it's us not in the studio but in the elements. Ooh, that's gonna be
We're gonna
fun.
show our faces.
We're going to be in the outside.
I'm kind of excited for it.
Oh man,
Why-
they're gonna
why
see
are
us in
you-
But
natural
because I know
lighting.
you're all gonna drag me to some shit where I gotta sign a waiver, so it's okay for some dude in overalls to throw me into a chest and poke me with a bunch of dildos and drag me around a fucking pitch dark room.
Do you really think someone could push you anywhere?
Yeah. Come on.
You're a
Dylan.
big dude.
I am sure there is someone out there.
You sure any dude's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that guy?
Some corn-fed hick is gonna
they're
goddamn
gonna go
throw me into a treasure chest.
He's probably gonna ask you to join his gang
That's true.
Gang.
of people that
Rednecks.
kill people. His
Yeah,
cult.
his cult. His corn eating.
You and Mike are safe.
You know
It's me and George that are fucked.
No, you know we have to sacrifice Pat this month.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It is
Yeah,
time
we got to do
sacrifice.
everyone a favor. including
Good luck,
Pat.
guys. I'm not alive.
Well, we've been planning
Can't sacrifice
for this.
something that's already dead.
Well, that's not
Just
true.
because you're dead inside doesn't mean you're dead.
That's true.
No, I sacrifice
Whatever we
myself.
sacrifice it to, they won't take it.
No, they won't. Hell won't take me.
We're not
I
send-
tried.
We're not sending you to hell.
Where are you sending me?
That's
You better not send me where God is.
Oh, we are. You better prepare.
No!
We're gonna send you to a Kmart.
No, I want to live!
Send you to a Kmart
The only Kmart left in
I
America.
feel
That's heaven.
God in this Kmart.
with the blue light special.
Oh, God. And the dirty floors.
All right, guys. But yeah, we're starting our spooky month, and we got some good movies planned for this month. And like I said, we got a bunch of cool episodes planned for you, as well as YouTube videos.
But not this week.
But not this week.
And we have a list of 31
Yes.
movies to watch in the month of
we
October.
do. You don't have to watch them in any particular order.
But you do have to watch E.T. first.
You do have to watch E.T. first, I guess.
Definitely the first one.
But there's a good amount
It's a
that's on
Halloween
our
movie.
Instagram and stuff like that. You can see the movies that we like to watch during the Halloween season. Speaking of movies to watch in the Halloween season, Dylan, What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about Salem's Lot
Mm-hmm.
and then the other movie where they returned to Salem's Lot.
The Shame
Shame
Bell.
on you, Dylan.
My genius concept
something
of
say
the
shame?
shame bell that was created is now being used against me by lesser minds, and I don't
Lesser
appreciate
minds.
it. I don't appreciate it.
Whatever.
Well, you should have thought
So yeah,
strongly about the picks you picked.
yeah.
That's what happens when
the
you
picker
bully
picker.
people.
Oh, I'm
Dylan.
sorry. I'm sorry, Ghost of Mars and Village of the Damned.
Okay.
I didn't know it wasn't good enough for your highbrow palette of movie choices.
Listen, man, don't you judge my fucking taste. It's excellent.
Well,
You're judging his
Lo-
taste.
Salem's Lot is fantastic. I don't know
Yeah.
what's wrong with y'all.
I didn't
but-
say
I know.
anything
I
about
like
Salem's
that
Lot.
movie.
No one here has said anything bad about Salem's Lot.
Oh, but I got the
Yet.
shame bell? Okay.
For Salem,
Well,
the
yeah.
return.
Return.
I can't control what Patrick does with his shame bell.
It's my shame bell.
Yeah.
It should be mine. I should be the one dictating who does and who gets it.
So if you haven't
like my
watched those
chicken.
movies, guys,
Watch them right now.
just listen to us talk about them because it's gonna be a fun time. And get ready, strap your hand because Salem's Lot has a running time of over 3 hours.
Or
3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Or if you haven't watched it, fucking leave.
Okay,
And then come back.
No.
don't leave.
No, you can still watch it. It's not like
Yeah.
there's no fucking major twists.
Yeah,
or
no, there
anything.
isn't.
No, it's a pretty linear story when you think down to it.
Yeah.
But first, as always, let's talk about some news.
Pat.
That's my
We got an official
We
look
need a better
of
drop.
Hellboy and a new poster for the new movie.
we
Looks
did.
great.
He looks scary.
He looks like a fucking badass.
I hope he has the hooves and the short shorts, but it doesn't look like he's wearing short shorts.
I mean, you really can't tell because there's
Fire.
everywhere. So maybe they are short shorts.
Maybe.
What if
Rolled
they're
up
jorts?
shorts.
Rolled up shorts.
I hope they're jorts.
April 12th can't come soon enough, though. So there's that.
Hey, that's not too far.
It's really not because 2018's coming close to an end, which is crazy.
Where the fuck did 2018 go?
This year was long
Was it?
for me.
Oh well,
No.
seems like it went by pretty fast.
Time's not
No.
real. Don't worry about it.
Time doesn't
Apparently,
exist.
the new story sees the hero squaring off against the medieval sorceress who seeks to destroy humankind.
Man, what does that sound like?
I don't know. What does it sound like,
The
Pat?
first movie?
Is it?
No.
Sounds like a lady to me.
So is it or isn't it?
Is it or isn't it? But if you guys
I don't
haven't
know.
checked that out yet, we'll post it on our Instagram. Is the movie called Legendary AF, or is it just like this
That's
poster?
the tagline.
That's probably
just
yeah.
tagline.
It's just Hellboy.
That's pretty badass
I mean-
tagline, though. I like it.
Legendary.
I mean, that's how they would
AF.
separate it as a different movie because it's a reboot.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, everyone's gonna think Hellboy.
What's Guillermo del Toro doing?
Wait,
And he took a picture with what's his name that does Game of Thrones?
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah. They did like a photo thing, like who wore it better or something.
Have them direct something or
Um,
write something. That'd be cool.
You'll never get it.
You'll never
Nope.
get it.
Never.
No, never.
Exactly.
Some cool thing that was sent out was some, like two exclusive clips of a new movie called Rootwood, which is like an urban legend movie, and it's directed from the guy who directed Blood Feast, so that's kind of cool
Yeah.
if you like Blood Feast. And it's about these two students, Jessica and William, who host the podcast called The Spooky Hour.
Ah.
That's a really good podcast name. I like that. So maybe we can look and see if there's actually a podcast called The Spooky Hour. You never know. Which their show's about like a paranormal.
If it's not, we're taking it.
we're taking it. We're
Changing
changing
the
the
Horror
name.
Junkies name.
reboot.
Their podcast is about a paranormal phenomenon and urban legend. So
That'd be so funny.
they are in this movie. They're going to the Rootwood and talking about the urban legend that's there. And based off the two clips they showed, this movie looks like it's gonna be cool. It's a good blend of ghost film, intense monster horror, and elements of found footage. So it's kind of what I love.
Right.
You got ghosts, monsters, and found footage. It's gonna look cheesy, which is great. I don't mind. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping for more.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's got you written all over it.
It really
Yeah.
does. And I watched both the clips earlier, and the first one is in the dark, and they're both asleep, and there's like this crazy noise in the background, and it wakes them up, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And it just ends like that. Like they're very short, like maybe 10, 20-second clips. And the next one that they have is just the guy, William, who is just saying, like, introducing the people who are watching their like documentary type of thing or live video feeds. that they're in the root woods and they're here to like search the woods for the legends and shit. But totally looking out for this, so keep an eye out. We'll post the stuff on our Twitters and stuff so you guys can watch those.
You love
links.
your found footage.
I do, man. I mean, I agree that it's been abused over the past couple of years.
It's slowed down though. So.
But it is slowing down.
I like my footage already found and put into a movie.
No, I love that twist, man. You never know if it's real or fake.
Ooh,
Just turn a blind eye to it all.
Has there ever been a real movie?
Has
there ever been a real movie?
You never know. I mean, maybe some more independent ones. You never really know, I guess. I don't know.
But
I don't know, man. Found footage is fun. It's fun. If it's not too incredibly shaky where it's like unenjoyable to watch because you're like getting sick, like found footage can be a fun time. If it's like Grave Encounters, perfect. You ever watched it?
Yeah.
No.
You never watched Grave Encounters?
So you know the show Ghost Adventures?
Yeah.
Okay, so think about that show, the director being like, we could go douchier, and that's Grave Encounters. But actually terrifying.
Is it a movie?
And they're stuck in like a...
There's 2, Grave Encounters 1 and 2, and they're stuck in like a time
loop
warp type thing.
Excuse
it's a really
me?
good fucking movie, dude. You should watch it.
All right.
It's got some good scares.
I'll check it out.
But
They do the one thing I hate in horror movies, though. The distorted O face.
Oh,
on the
you're
monster,
always going to
yeah.
get that.
distorted O.
When they're... The mummy face.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, when they have no teeth always.
Yeah.
Anyways, for everyone who likes to...
Go to Applebee's.
Well, see, the thing
There's
is...
a small
everyone-
UV out there in the world.
Yeah, so like everyone knows that Applebee's fucking sucks. All right, Applebee's are closing everywhere because it fucking sucks.
The
Which
millennials.
but works for
It's
us.
our fault.
'cause
Thinking... this is George's opinion.
they've been doing
Never know.
this thing where they've been releasing like dollar drinks for like a whole month long. And being October, we got a zombie cocktail topped with gummy brains.
It's a rum cocktail.
It is a rum cocktail, and it is only $1. I repeat, $1. It's an infectious rum cocktail, a mixture of rum, pineapple, passion fruit, cherry, and lime.
Say rum one more time.
Rum.
Okay.
Rum.
You know damn
It's room.
well.
Listen.
That there ain't no rum.
You know damn well that this is like, it's literally like a 20-gallon bucket that some crusty dude named Chad fucking saunters back in his fucking dirty old Crocs and a fucking garden hose, fills up a fucking bucket with just a little bit of rum
Can it
and
be a
some
kiddie
blue
pool?
dye, and then he's just like, all right, people want the slop, they can come and get it.
Hey.
And it's like $1 for like this dirty
Scoop of...
like non-filtered like garden hose water that just filled up this giant tub with like blue dye and a little bit of rum. And
Hey,
people are just
at least
like,
you get a
"Ooh,
brain gummy.
Halloween."
You get the fucking gummy, all right?
Okay.
Probably just one.
It's a fucking snack.
It's
all right?
probably, it literally is
if
just
it's a snack,
one gummy.
I'm there, all right?
But no,
It's not a snack. 'cause
It's
there's
it's
just
one fucking dollar.
Not all
one fucking dollar.
Not all snacks are created equal, and they could pay me $1 to drink that drink, and I still wouldn't drink it.
I mean, the blue it does pull you in.
Dude, it does look like a pretty appetizing
But I will
drink.
tell you right now.
Plus, that's their job. They have to make it look
yeah,
appetizing.
this picture makes it look appetizing. It probably is so
I'm
sweet
thirsty.
you want to throw up.
Yeah, they had strawberry margaritas for $1 last month, and I had about like 6 of them the other day.
I think George
and-
has the email list for
When Applebee's is
Yeah.
about to release a drink.
yeah.
Hey.
It's on their drink
I ain't
newsletter.
gonna eat there, but I'll have your dollar cocktails. Tell you what,
Right, when we're probably sending the notes to this, he's like, already knew that.
Already knew it. And
you
like,
know what? I did. I
and-
saw it on Twitter.
He's the only one on that newsletter, so it's personalized.
I'm also
to
the only
him.
one in Applebee's,
He's like,
but it's
they're
all
like-
right.
They're like,
Hey, you-
hello, George.
Hey, you piece of shit! You don't have any self-respect, and you only have $4. Go get hammered down here.
Come get hammered down to the Applebee's for $4.
Oh,
Whatever.
God.
Fuck you guys.
Oh Jesus!
I'll keep all the brain gummies
I
to
guess
myself.
I'll have to read this. Madison Eastman will be a babysitter in peril in upcoming Annabelle 3.
Why is
No
this
more!
happening?
No more!
Who asked for
It
this?
hurts!
Who asked
It's
for
because
this?
Annabelle 2 was so good and did so well.
Let it stop!
Who said, okay, the first, I can't deny if it did good, but I can deny that
They
it
all
was
do well.
good. I could deny that it was good.
You know why? Because the 17 and 18-year-old high school kids will all go out on Friday night and go watch this goddamn fucking movie and annoy everybody else.
Where else are you going to get...
It's very true.
You know,
why you
that,
don't
that's,
say the joke.
that's why they're making this. Because all the
Listen,
high school kids go to see this
George,
shit.
if you're going to see movies on a Friday night, you need to reevaluate your life.
No, I
What's
stopped
wrong
doing
watching movies on a Friday
You
night?
only
I
go see
stopped
movies
doing
on
that when I was
Thursday.
18.
I mean, that's our thing.
That's
go
everyone's thing.
I go on Mondays
There
at
you
like
go.
11:30.
There
in the
it
morning.
is. That's the
But
adult
here's the other
way.
problem too. Is a bunch of like old, like Ethel and Maud are in the front seat, being like, "What did
So
he
all
say?
all you fucking loners
Where
over
is-
there on a
where is
Monday.
he from?
No, it's just
Why is he doing that?" And you're just like, "Oh my god, I want to punch you into dust, but I can't do it because you're so old." I don't want to cause a scene at the only movie theater in town. So, God, you're just hoping they like die mid-movie so you can get some peace.
What'd they say?
I didn't know old people still
They got
want to go see
subtitles
horror
in movie
movies.
theaters.
Apparently, this movie is basically a night in a museum with Annabelle.
Oh god.
What? No.
What is Ben Stiller gonna make an appearance in this fucking movie?
With his ears. Whoa!
It just sounds terrible.
No, it's probably going to be their fucking little layer of fucked up doll shit, and they're all going to come to life or something.
It's gonna be like Slappy's gonna come in.
Yeah, it's just going to be goosebumps.
Watch The Nun 2 be like, it's like National Treasure meets The Nun, and you're just like, no.
Please God, stop it.
Why is this happening?
It's happening on July 3rd, 2019. So
Oh my God.
there's already a release date.
They're probably done. They probably wrote and
This
made
movie's
the movie
done.
already. Yeah.
This movie's you'll expect a trailer next week.
By the time this movie comes out, the fourth one's already going to be in like
Look,
post production.
Mike, we know you and James Wan are really tight. Can you just hit him up and like tell him
That's your
no?
boy.
I'll see what I can do.
Will you?
I'll hit him up.
You shoot your boy a
I'm
text,
gonna
dog.
I'm gonna start sending him some movie ideas.
Who do you think's excited for this?
Excited for what?
Annabelle?
High schoolers.
No, they don't count for me.
They don't count.
James Wan.
He definitely doesn't count in my fucking.
Apparently, Mike.
The people who really enjoyed The Nun are stoked about this.
Girls who over romanticize Harley Quinn and Joker's relationship are the kind of people that are going to be into that kind of shit.
Annabelle! Can't wait.
Oh God.
I wonder if Ed and Lauren Wayne are going to be in.
Who?
Wayne?
Ed and Lorraine Warren are going to be in this fucking
Batman?
movie.
Probably. They're in every fucking movie. This is an Annabelle movie.
This is that franchise. Like it's going to become Saw, where it just starts shoving movies down your throat.
They already are.
Like, well, they're going to do it more than Saw. Saw gave us 9 movies?
Nah,
I don't
dude.
even know.
Saw,
Nine, yeah.
Saw, those Saw movies was just a barrage of bullshit of just loud gears turning for 9 movies, just loud sounds.
Oh God,
We're
but yeah,
hating
that's
today.
happening. Patrick, on some lighter news, what else?
Cheddar Goblin gets a doll.
Thank God.
Now this is
This
what
is
we
a
all
cool-
want.
Yeah, this is what we need.
Yes, this is what we
Looks like
wanted.
Trolls 2.
What?
Trolls 2.
The
No,
Cheddar
it
Goblin?
doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Just because he's green?
Yeah.
They
Look
did-
at a picture of Trolls 2.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on here. While I pull
It
up-
looks like Cheddar. It looks like Cheddar Goblin, of course, but it also looks like Trolls
But
2.
he's not Cheddar
It's
Goblin.
in the dark, so it's hard for me to type. I don't know like the key placement.
Wow.
Those are the toys.
That's
Yeah. No, it doesn't, Pat. Because first off, they're not green.
look at the other ones.
Pat, you got eyes?
No, they're not working today.
You have glasses on.
Hey, look at it.
That's not green.
I didn't
He
say
has
because it
green
was
snot.
He has green lips.
Okay.
Okay, so kind of like if the one troll was.
I always
green,
like
can
these
kinda
type of
see
dolls.
it.
And look, he has a shirt.
Yeah. So like, there's Cheddar Goblin. They
From Mandy.
did Red from Man. These are all custom Mandy figures, just so you guys know. And he's in his underwear. That's funny.
I know.
Oh, it's the freak
the best
out.
scene in
It's
the movie.
It's a freak out scene.
It's the rage
freak-
cage.
It's the rage. Yeah. They
And-
did Jeremiah with the dick.
Oh,
The
his
little
dick's
pecker.
out.
The
no.
dick is
His
out.
little pecker.
The full frontal.
Oh
God
God.
damn.
And it's just 3 of them, isn't it? Or are they doing
No, it's just 3. The artist said that they wanted to do the Black Skulls next. Would be
that?
sick.
That would be
It'd
sick.
I hope. I
Hope
think
we
this
get
is-
cocaine and
Oh
blade
my
dick.
God! It's just, the penis, sword penis comes with this a pile of cocaine
I
and
think,
a porn
I think they
tape.
all need their own like play set.
Yes.
They need their own bikes too.
Who's the Hansborough Toys?
Hasbro?
Hasbro. Thank you.
Hansboro.
Bro, who cares?
Hands and bros.
All right. This is
We're a bunch of
Hasbro,
bros and we have some
Hasbro.
hands.
They're the same thing.
Hasbro.
We're gonna drink every time one of us says something is wild, and whenever Mike mispronounces something.
Well, you guys are gonna be wasted.
I'll do it
Oh,
in the studio.
I got $4 to go to Applebee's.
It's right down the street.
There it is. I posted this on our Instagram story earlier today, so maybe the people listening, you probably saw it, but Shudder just released a cool old-style comic poster for their new series for Creepshow, and it is so nice and refreshing.
Hey, it looks like the comic.
It exactly looks just like the comic from back in the day.
Did you buy one?
I had
You had Tales from the Crypt, right?
No, I had Fear.
They had the Fear.
Back when Marvel, because
that's the Man Thing. The first
sit back
right?
and get ready to get sweaty. Marvel Comics used to do some really cool horror-esque comic series, and they had they did Frankenstein, they did Dracula, they did Wolf, they did a werewolf.
Yeah, they had all the rights to them in the beginning.
They had all the rights to them. So like I had the first appearance of Werewolf, Frankenstein.
There was a Tomb of Dracula.
Tomb of Dracula. But I had Fear, and Fear number 8, man. Fear was like a 9 comic book run of just weird monster-esque.
The first appearance of Man Thing, wasn't it?
First appearance of Man Thing is in a Fear number 1 or 2, I think. If I'm,
2?
I could be mistaken.
2.
Better get your facts straight.
But I really wish Marvel would go back to that type of comic book because it's something that's really not done anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. There are monster-themed comic books everywhere. But
just read Image.
Yeah, I just true. But I wish they'd go back to the original type of comic covers. I love those more than the digital covers. Don't get me wrong, digital artwork is sick. But I would love to see them go back to like Tale of Terror and things like that because like they were so cool.
Terror.
But that's just me being nerdy. I love these types of covers.
When does this come out?
This is coming out next year. It doesn't say when, but it's paying. I mean, it's Creepshow. It's just done today, and it's every episode is going to be directed by a different director, like it was back in the day, and they're going to tell their own story. So it's going to be awesome.
The guy who did the makeup for The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Greg Nicotero.
Yes, Greg
Nicotero.
Nicotero. He's the one who actually drew the Creepshow poster.
Nice.
Yeah. So
This is a Shudder exclusive?
Shudder exclusive, yeah.
Damn, this is going to be
Well,
like...
maybe Shudder will get
So
good.
sign up now.
Sign up
This
now.
is going to be their Hail Mary.
Do we still have a promo code?
We do. Someone actually wrote me today and was like,
Yeah, I
hey,
saw
thank
that.
you for the free month of Shudder. And I was like, didn't know that code still worked, but you're welcome.
It is October, so we should
So
probably
what's
post that again.
our Shudder?
It's either Horror Junkies or Horror Junkies Podcast.
Try both.
It's one of what's really funny is that's a theme within our
Are me
actual
and George
lives.
just on sync today where we just say the same thing?
I think so.
It's like the third time that's happened today.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm really excited for this.
Okay. All right, hold on. I didn't know it. I was
George isn't ready.
Oh, it was.
I'm
all right.
ready. I'm
Anyway,
ready. I'm ready.
in the video game world, you know we love video games, or at least some of us do. We have a new game coming out called Last Year, The Nightmare. And it is very, very similar to Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, which, you know, like, you're either surviving or you're killing, you know, you're one or the other.
Yep.
And it's basically, like, it's set in a high school on Halloween night, I think it was. Yeah, so it's Halloween night.
1996.
And you play as some classmates that, you know, kind of run around, try to survive. And then you have these killers. They're called the Nightmarish? The Nightmare?
Well, no, it's the Nightmare.
Yeah, the
is
entity
the one
known
killer,
as the Nightmare. There's
and
multiple
then-
killers.
Yeah, he can become multiple killers.
Yeah,
it's the
so
one entity that becomes multiple.
So
things.
judging from the trailer, there's going to be different classes. I'm assuming that they'll all have, you know, different abilities and stuff like that. And the trailer looks sick, and it is bloody.
Yeah.
So, like, in the whole trailer, like, there's a bunch of shots of the killers, and, like, none of the students survive ever at all. Like, they all just get completely slaughtered.
I want to play this.
I am... Oh.
Trailer was sick.
The trailer was really fun, and it's going to be
And
PC
what is it?
only?
Yeah, so it's,
Or-
no, it's one of the first games that is being sold through Discord.
Yeah.
It's not actually being sold on Steam or any other thing. It's being sold through Discord. So it's a new.
Does Discord usually sell games?
No, Discord is not. Discord
What
is usually
is Discord?
Discord is a chat channel basically that you can use. You know, people sign up
Am
and
I
like
grandpa?
follow
'Cause
you.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's relatively new.
Yeah, it's still new, but like you can like host a Discord and then you can give people access to your Discord, and it's kind of like a chat room, kind of. But
Speaking
like,
of which,
based on,
we
like,
have
certain
one.
Things. We
What?
do have a Discord.
We have a Discord?
Yeah,
Yeah.
George made it.
Yeah, I started one. We just really haven't promoted it.
I had
I'm
no
like
idea.
Jay from Jay Silent Bob. What the fuck is the...
but it's cool because with the Discord, we'd be able to chat with people more on like a regular day-to-day basis instead of like through emails or like DMs. So
Oh, wow. So,
But yeah.
wait a minute. So how am I going to be able to get this game if I don't have a PC?
It will be coming to console.
Because I'm not cool like George.
It
George
will.
got a
I'm
cool
pretty
PC.
because it says I think in the headline that
I think it's like later on.
Later on, it's going to be sold on other services.
Yeah,
So
but for now, it's going to be sold straight through Discord. And the release date is fall. There's just not an exact date. So I feel like they're just trying to put the finishing touches on it.
And what if you have nothing?
Well, then
Go
then
watch it on Twitch.
You will remain with nothing.
Speaking of Twitch,
Sick.
if you guys are into that world of watching people play video games, we do have a Twitch account, and it's just twitch.com/Horror Junkies Podcast. So give us a follow. And
Yeah, Mike was playing on it last night.
I was playing Outlast 2 last night, getting scared. So
I didn't know that. I'd have watched.
I was just commenting poop a lot.
yeah. And then our buddy Dustin from the Final Boys was like, "Let's play Dead from Daylight. Come on," because I never play with him.
There's that other game called The Hunt. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
No, I still want to play The Forest that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
No,
Yeah.
there's this new game out called The Hunt, and it's like a team-based game where you got to go and like get all these relic-looking things, and you can like trick other teammates into getting attacked by these fucked up monster things. I really don't know how to explain it. I just watch people on YouTube.
I don't
want to
get
play
attacked.
It, but it looks like I think it's called The Hunt, and it looks just as cool. Just like this game. I thought this game was fake because it looked too it looked too cool. Whatever.
Hunt Showdown?
Yeah, Hunt Showdown is what it's called. It looks really neat. But I think it's just a
7 out
PC
of
only
10.
game. Yeah.
No, it's Microsoft.
Yeah,
So it's on Xbox.
Yeah, it's a Crytek engine too, so it's a really good-looking game.
Wow.
But it's a very dark, almost Bloodborne-ish style art.
How much is it?
It's $29.99 on Steam right now.
Oh, dude, it's a lot of fun, man.
But you can get Rise, Son of Rome, and Hunt for $35.
Oh wow,
That's weird. That's a weird combo.
That game is
Yeah.
awful.
I think they both came from Crytek. That's why. I think Rise is from Crytek.
I guess.
Because that's the only reason why I would see those two games together. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I know Hunt's coming to console soon, so that's when I'll
I'm going
play
to pick
it.
that up. Sounds like a fun play. And I think lastly, we've made it to the end of the news.
Yeah, a lot of
There's a lot of
news today.
Yeah. I just found this out, apparently. I didn't know someone did this. An artist just invented a legit pair of They Live sunglasses, which literally filters out digital advertisements, which is nuts.
Which is sick.
How'd they do it?
How does this work?
Oh, you know
How do?
Well, you know how they have like those screen protectors that you can put on your computer, or your phone, that kind of like doesn't allow people to like see your screen from a certain angle.
That's how I watch my porn.
Yeah, I feel like
When you read further down, it tells you how they work.
I bet the lens filter out like blue light. And stuff like
No, they
that.
filter out
LEDs.
LCD and LED screens. That's how they
Is
work.
that how they work?
Yeah.
How does it know?
Science, dude.
It's light.
Science.
It's detecting the type of light that's emitted, apparently.
Sounds
so
expensive.
it says, by flattening and rotating the polarized lens 90 degrees, light emitted by the LCD/LED screens is blocked, making it look like the TV or computer in front of you is off.
Aliens.
Insane Clown Posse needs to write a Miracles Part 2 and talk about these glasses because
This is crazy,
it's like magnets,
dude.
man.
I
I
wish
don't
it
know
would-
how the fuck they work, but
I kind of wish it would just say like obey and all that shit on the billboards instead of just blocking.
oh
it.
yeah,
I mean, that would be
That'd be
incredibly
but
hard
that'd
to
be
do.
like, how would you do that?
Science.
Science.
They're going to science the shit out of this.
I want to see some science done now.
That's
I
just
would-
crazy,
I would
man.
totally
That's
have a pair of those glasses.
yeah.
Do you think we'll ever get a chance to interview Bill Nye?
I hope so,
Okay,
because I want him to science to some things.
right.
Oh my God, the science of horror movies. He could tell us. Ah, Bill Nye, hit us up.
Yeah, Bill, hit us up.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know you listen to the podcast, Bill Nye. So
You hit us up. All right, guys. Other than that, let's get into the fucking show
Yeah,
this week.
right. He listens to us.
Oh, we're doing a show.
We're doing a show this week, yeah.
We're doing it right now, George.
Doing it
Welcome.
literally right now. Welcome to the show,
To
George.
kick off
Oh, wow.
the October
Spooktacular Extravaganza.
Sound excited about it.
months.
Spooktacular Extravaganza.
I'm very excited about it because I love this movie.
All right, Dylan, what are we talking about first, man?
Salem's Lot.
What's in Salem's Lot?
Vampires.
What kind of car you drive?
What kind of car he drive?
I don't know. It's Salem's Lot. You parking lots.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Someone take George
Over the head.
home.
Come on.
He's done.
Someone take George to Applebee's. We're over this.
Yeah, let's go get drunk.
Hey, good thing I have
Um,
$1 in my wallet.
The first thing that I want to make known is that I love the album, the movie cover, because
Yeah.
Ghost did a rip
Knew
of
it.
it.
Knew you were gonna say something.
with fucking their first album.
Yep.
Love that. I think that's cool.
Well, let's be clear. We didn't watch the miniseries. We watched the European cut movie.
Yes.
You did? I watched the 3-hour full.
No, that's the movie.
Yeah.
I thought the movie
No, the movie was condensed to 3 hours. To find the miniseries with all the footage in it, I don't
Right.
know.
Huh. If anyone knows how to get that,
Because
hit us up because I'd like to watch that.
I thought Italy got a cut too, and it was like only like an hour and 40 minutes.
Italy got. I don't know. Italy's title is different.
Yeah.
In Italy, it's called The Knights of Salem.
Ooh.
Which is a much better
I
name.
actually like that name a lot better.
The Knights of Salem is sick. And I think in like Europe, it was called Phantasma 2.
Which is like what?
Which is weird because
That's
it's not
weird.
a sequel to a movie called Phantasma, nor is
I was
it
about to say,
called
wasn't there
Phantasma.
already a movie?
Or is it related
You're
at
thinking of
all?
Or is it even a sequel?
George, you're thinking of Phantasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
So directed by Tobe Hooper,
Yeah.
our man,
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which you can see a lot of Texas Chainsaw angles.
You really can.
Like when the drunk boyfriend's outside the door hearing that his wife cheating on him. That's a very
That was
Texas
cool.
Chainsaw.
That was an intense scene.
Yeah.
That was a good actor.
Very good actor.
There's a lot of good acting in this movie. A lot of great actors.
Guess who was supposed to first direct this movie?
George
George A. Romero.
But he was like TV movie. Nah, I'm
He
good.
said, I don't do vampires, I don't do
Which,
zombies.
I mean, think about it. If this was an actual movie,
Right.
how crazy could Tobe Hooper probably gotten with this?
Pro-
Or George A. Romero.
I think
how,
he could have gotten pretty good, gotten pretty creepy with it.
With
Yeah.
it not being on TV, I feel like he could have done way
especially for
more.
the time, because I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things you couldn't do on TV in this time. Like this is they're talking about the late '70s. Like
When did it come out on TV?
91.
91, because Salem's
Oh,
Lot was
yeah.
the very first
Stephen
yeah.
King,
Stephen King miniseries on TV.
Yeah.
which started it.
But I
all.
mean, yeah. So like Dylan, this is like one of your favorite movies.
I just remember watching it when I was really young, and I just always really liked it. I guess I never realized how long a movie was. I guess when you're a kid,
Yeah.
things aren't really like long.
There's no sense of time.
Yeah, you're just like hanging out.
It
but-
took me 3 tries to watch this movie.
Really?
Well, it's because I was watching it at work too. So like, don't get like I got bored or anything. I was like, I was at work and I'd be like, I gotta stop.
I started watching it last night, and then all my friends invited me to their house to play board games, so I went and did that. Then I watched it today.
What kind of
Yeah.
board games did you play? Did you play Camp Grizzly?
No, I played some Trivial Pursuit, and then I played this game, Conspiracy Theories.
Ooh.
It's really, 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 really fun.
Speaking of Trivia Pursuit, we have that horror trivia that we should be playing.
Shit, I
we should
forgot.
do
I
that.
forgot you
that.
picked that up.
We should do that.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We should. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, no, this movie just it came out like I think there was 2 or 3 other vampire movies coming out the same year as this one. I know the Frank Langella Dracula came out this year.
And then there was the Nosferatu movie as
right.
well.
And this movie kind of started the trend of ending the pretty romantic vampire era type stuff.
Yes.
Like this, I mean, Mr. Barlow as a vampire is almost as iconic as Nosferatu himself as far as looks go.
I agree.
They wanted to make him some sort of like monster animal type thing, and they really nailed it. I mean, he wore so much makeup and stuff. He said he was like in pain the whole time, just, and that really pissed him off.
The dedication.
And it sucks too because apparently the European cut of the movie they cut out a lot of Mr. Barlow parts.
Yeah.
And that really pissed him off. So it's like, he suffered for his craft and like they cut it out. But I mean, I guess the TV series, he was all up in it.
Yeah.
But I think they also thought that if there was too much Mr. Barlow, they would take away from the focus of the main characters.
Ben Mayers and Mark.
You know what I feel like? I feel like they asked Mark Hamill to be in this, and he said no because Star Wars just came out, and he goes, "I'll show you. Let's give everyone Mark Hamill haircuts." So everyone had a fucking Mark Hamill bowl cut.
They really did.
They all look like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, they all look like.
This movie started off with Ben and Mark already, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like when the movie starts,
It starts off where they're at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, so I stopped.
with
Since
the
I
vial.
stopped.
Yeah, they're in a fake city in Guatemala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed that. It
Yeah.
started at the end, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it
I
tells
did
the
you
story.
get that right?
Yeah, the end, and then it shows the end again from the beginning, and then it goes into what happens after.
Yeah.
Which what happens after. To get it, you have to watch the movie. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just like since I like stopped watching it so many times, when I got to the end, I was like, where do I remember this from?
You know what's funny is that it's a very, very high body count.
Yeah, it really is. They
I was
kill a lot of people.
I mean, it's not very gory.
No.
I think that was one of my biggest problems with it, because when I think of vampire movies, I want to see blood, but since it was on TV, I'm assuming they couldn't show blood because the vampire kills were lame.
Oh yeah, it would
it was like
it would show a bite.
face.
It would show a classic 70s like bite, freeze frame, and zoom in.
Yeah,
and it's just like, I mean, for the 70s, I'm pretty sure they were just like horrified.
Yeah.
By today's standards,
there are a lot of spooky elements to it. Like, it is very creepy the whole time.
The fucking little kid in the window.
Oh yeah, that was
creepy.
That was
Ralphie Glick.
Yeah,
Ralphie Glick.
Ralphie Glick fucked me up. As a kid, Ralphie Glick fucked me up, and then DannyGlick
floating outside your fucking window.
Like, let me inside.
Let me inside.
Dude, that kid though, he was just like, He was like, no.
Inside. And like, oh man, that was real scary.
No, I love that.
I couldn't tell if it like when he came up with the cross to Danny Glick and he backed away into the mist, if that shot took too long to happen or if I was just high. I couldn't tell. I was like, is this happening forever, or is he just really slowly backing away from this crucifix?
No, those misty scenes were like very like dragged out.
Well, I mean, the reason why though is they filmed them. They filmed it and then they put it in reverse.
Oh yeah.
So
to
like
more,
to make it more creepy or eerie feeling, they reversed it. So that's probably why it took so long, because if you reverse it too fast, it probably looked ridiculous.
Well, okay, so Salem's Lot is short for Jerusalem's Lot.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is all based on a book by Stephen King.
Yeah,
if you didn't know,
and no one knows that by now. What the fuck? But they filmed it somewhere in California,
Northern California,
like Ferdinand, California, or something like that. So if you ever want to go see the actual town of Salem's Lot, it's
there,
in California, not Maine.
Ooh.
But talk about a cool setting, and also the Marston House.
Yeah,
the Marston House was fucking
love
eerie.
The Marston House.
It was a prop.
Yeah.
They
actually built
prop.
It built the whole thing.
It was like $100,000 to construct the prop from the front, and then on the inside it was $70,000 to build it.
Well, the inside is fucking fantastic.
And it's almost like a little bit more mature Monsters setting. In a way.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot.
So the movie starts off, we see Ben and Mark, and then we go into like 2 years in the past kind of thing, and Ben arrives into the town of Salem's Lot, and he's treated as an outsider even though he's from the town.
Right.
He's been gone for so long.
He's the big shot writer.
He's
Hollywood.
We are introduced to a character by the name of Mr. Stryker, which is a total homage to Bram Stoker. Because that's the reason why Stephen King wrote this book in the first place, was because he read Bram Stoker's Dracula, and wanted to write a vampire novel.
Yeah, because he was an English teacher.
Yeah. So I love that. I love that Mr. Stryker was like, Mr. Stoker in the sense. And they collect weird things, antiques, and things like that. And of course, everyone in the town's small, closed-minded is like, oh, this is weird.
I also love the way Mr. Stryker talked.
Yes, he talked
He talked like this, and was also very excited for
Constable
Mr. Barlow to arrive.
Constable. He said chow, and the fucking police officer was like, what? He goes, it's Italian. He goes, I didn't know you were Italian.
It's Italian for goodbye. Like, he's just very, like, snooty,
Hey, man. He knew a lot of things.
You want to know about the Marston House? Well, do come in sometime. I wouldn't mind. like I was just like, I listened to him talk, and I was like, all right, you freaky deaky European dude, whatever.
He was incredibly strong.
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Strength!
One of my favorite characters in the movie, I don't know about you guys, was Mark.
Which one was Mark?
The kid.
Oh, the kid Mark. Yeah.
His room was cool as shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm watching. I'm like, I'm pretty sure all the guys are super jealous of his room right now. Like,
and his dad walks in, looks at all of his shit, and he just goes, when are you gonna get laid? Do you even like girls? And he's just like, leave me alone, Dad. I like my paintings and my werewolf mask. And his mom just like thinks they should commit him to a mental institution.
Yeah, they do not like their kid at all.
He was the freak.
Yeah,
he's like one step off from like that suicidal tendency.
But it also
song.
saved his life.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just wanted to sit in my room and paint with my werewolf masks and read my scary stories, but they wouldn't let me.
And his dad's like, he's like, can you get out of these handcuffs? He's like, yeah, put them on me, put them tight. And he's like, do you want to tie me up? And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, at that point I was kind of
whoa.
like, we all sided with the dad a little bit on that one.
Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All right, you know what? My kid is a freak. Get him out.
But he wasn't having it, man. He knew there were vampires, and he was like, I'm gonna make my cross and my stakes. And I'm gonna go fucking hunt me some vampires.
He kind of knew. He kind of knew.
Well,
what was
that's.
up.
I feel like that's what saved his life because when the other kid was knocking on his window and shit, he was like, not today, and he grabs his cross. He's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this.
He got lucky with that. That scene right there was, I think, is if you talk about at least top 20 most iconic scenes in a horror movie, for me, I would put the Danny Glick, Ralphie Glick window scenes
Yeah.
as something that, like, I mean, Simpsons did a parody of it and stuff, and I know several other pop culture references have been made to that as well. I did write down one piece of notes for this about how I wanted to remember the diner scene where the guy's talking to him about how the Marston house is a part of his book.
Yes.
And he talks about how the Marston house can be seen from everywhere in every building in Salem's Lot. It's like a beacon. And then he starts to ask if, like, do you think that, like, houses could be alive, or like trees have souls or something?
Yeah.
And just how a place can be inherently evil. And just that whole monologue speech about the Marston house, I thought was just super good.
No, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, the main dude was a good actor. There was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there was, for what it was, the acting was not too shabby.
I mean, Fred,
it was good.
What's his name? Fred Willem?
The author guy, right?
The guy who runs like the rental agency.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
He's in Fred Willard. I didn't notice it was him at first, and I was like, I was looking, I was like, where do I know you from? And then I like looked at his IMDb page, and I was like, I am Tobe. And I was like, oh shit, it's that guy. And
He's the judge from Best in Show.
Yeah.
guy.
I know it's not a horror movie, but I would love to do an episode on Best in Show. Oh my god, I love that fucking movie so much.
I loved his character. He's having an affair with
Bonnie?
With
Her name is
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
And her husband makes this whole ruse where he's like, he's gonna go to Portland, Maine.
Well, he had to go to Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
He had to go pick up
Mr. Barlow.
Mr. Barlow.
He had to go pick up Mr. Barlow. But he pays some other guys to go do it for him so he can spy on his wife.
my
because
wife.
He
My
knows
wife.
something is up with her and her boss. And he walks in, and I want to say that scene was pretty intense.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Dude, from beginning to end, that whole scene was just,
That was
that whole
yeah.
sequence of scenes was just whoa.
It's
You
just
know-
a very classic, visceral Tobe Hooper style
Yeah.
shot. You know, stuff that you would get in Texas Chainsaw is what you got in this.
Like when he tells him to grab the gun and to hold it, and he's like, I have a 5-pound trigger and I got 3 pounds already on it, and he's telling him to hold it steady, and then he tells him to close his eye and he pulls the trigger. Like that wasn't like the suspense. What this movie does really well, and I think is it does a great job at creating suspense.
It does. For
The
real.
entire time you're in suspense for what's gonna happen because it is long. It
I
is
love
a
the
fucking
score.
long movie,
I
and
love
the score's really good
the
too.
score's good. I like the score a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like, before you kind of know that there are vampires, I mean, you do know that there's vampires in the story, but like when he dies, you're like, he died of a heart attack, and you're like, did he? Like, did he just undergo like so much stress from being caught having sex with another man's wife, having a gun put to his head, and literally thinking he was gonna fucking die? Like,
Right. No, I mean, it was the shot where he runs out of the house and
Yeah.
he turns around and Mr. Barlow comes up from the bottom screen.
Mhm.
I thought that was really,
That was really good.
That was really, really effective and good for like the time as far as like trying to create a suspenseful jump scare.
Yeah.
Well, another thing too is that like you obviously, like you said, like obviously there's vampires in it, but you don't see anything for a good amount of the time.
very
Like
long
there
time.
are some kills and stuff, and it's just like off camera or like from behind them.
Do you feel like they use the town a lot
Yeah.
as what keeps it creepy?
Well, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Like it's like I said earlier, it's like the whole like
You made a town to a character.
just the whole Salem lot itself was just like this really creepy place that like you didn't really understand what the fuck was going on, but it was effective.
Well, I think that's a part of it. It not just being a vampire movie or a vampire novel. It is in itself more about the town.
the town of Salem's lot being fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're having their dark secret. They don't really know what it is. or don't, like, I mean, no one in the town acknowledges that something's going weird. People are just dying left and right. You know, even the cop, like, he's about to retire. He just misses the day. He's moving.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even
He
care.
refuses to acknowledge what's going on. He's like, oh, it's some kind of craziness, like,
Right.
you know, or it's some kind of like sickness, and it's not. It's just like people are dying via vampires, and it takes a long time for the doctor, Ben's girlfriend's Susan, to realize that, you know, Ben's not crazy. He's on to something.
But another thing too is that, and I guess this is something that the next movie we're going to talk about kind of reveals in a somewhat impressive way, which for me to say that about the next movie is utterly shocking. But like, it just goes to show that like how vampires have hidden themselves so well amongst society as far as feeding on people, disguising their deaths as common ailments, as heart attacks, high blood pressure, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Except for Danny Glick he bled out.
Yeah.
He had like an anemic thing, and they were pretty much just like, yeah, he bled out, and the guy goes, overnight? And he's like, yeah. It's like it's the 70s, like it's like someone's like, I'm like, they're like a mental patient by today's standards, but the doctor just goes, he's a little weird. Like,
a little weird.
But he'll be fine. Let's put him out in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but yeah, they talk about that in the second movie about how they've remained quiet for so long.
Yeah.
For years off the
Oh,
grid.
I can't wait to talk about that one. Once they, like, towards the end of the movie, they get into the house. You know, Susan's going to the house. She sees Mark outside with his bag full of goodies. I think the funniest part is when Ben's driving around town grabbing things, and they're grabbing the holy water. And he has the blue duffel bag with steaks and the gun and the holy water. Like, they're just like, where's Susan? And they like drive around town. I thought that was like funny because like it's him in a panic because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like,
Susan was his girlfriend, right?
correct. I mean,
talk about when they first met.
Dude,
The ultimate pickup.
literally, he's
Just
painting by a tree, reading his book.
reading
Oh,
his book
God.
with his face on the back, and he just sits down and goes, "Excuse me, sweetheart, you might want to take better care of this book."
And she goes,
my
oh my
face on
God,
it.
it really is you.
Oh wow, it really is you. Yeah, no duh.
Did you see the fucking back of the book? Like,
Are you
shit.
impressed? I bet you are.
And she was like, well, I just started it, and like I had to put it down. He was like, are you bored? She was like, no.
well, no, she read his previous book too.
Yeah, how
she liked him as an author.
how fast things moved in the 70s.
Really fast.
Yeah.
They went to dinner that
Hey, I
night.
see you
They
by a
went,
tree.
they,
You
they
read
went
my
to
book?
dinner that night
Wanna
and
go
the
to dinner?
river
And the river.
discovered a dead body.
and discovered
all
a
the
dead-
first date. And then
We got a lot done today.
a lot done.
yeah, second date she got punched by her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Ned.
Yeah. Oh,
Yikes.
God.
Oh, Ned the plumber.
Ned the plumber. Sounds like an
Ugh.
asshole.
Yeah. But I really love when they actually get into the house. I love the atmosphere they created with the prop design. It truly feels like a haunted house. Like that the house itself is evil.
What was the initial reveal of Mr. Barlow?
the initial reveal?
The kitchen
The kitchen scene with Mark's parents.
with Mark's
I-
parents,
no,
where he
I-
bashes their heads
no, I
together.
feel like he was before that. I feel like he had one scene before that.
Was it in the when he got out of the coffin?
And out of the coffin, someone opened up the coffin. There's the iconic scene where he turns and
Yeah, and
opens
goes-
his eyes.
No,
and
that's towards the
and
end.
he hisses.
No.
That's Mark. Mark does that at the end. Not Mark, but when Mark and Ben at the end of the movie have dragged Barlow's casket out, he's sleeping, and then he goes,
Yeah, that was
that's
such a
towards the end of
sick
the movie.
that scene where he comes through the window.
Yes.
The
And
fucking
That's with
shook
Mark
the whole
and
house.
Mark's parents.
He's like low to the ground and like looks like a pile of black clothes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden grows into this tall thing.
That's
And
when
then-
you first like get the real good look of him, and it's sick.
He killed Mark's parents. He conked their heads together like coconuts.
Dude, I was like, he comes through the window, he goes, don't.
He
And I'm
pull-
like,
he pulls a Larry Moe and Curly and like conk and they're dead.
And all of a sudden, Mr. Stryker comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. And they're like, put your cross down, holy man.
He
wants you, not the
boy.
Yeah, he wants you, not the boy. He will slice his throat.
I love Mr. Stryker. I think he's a great character.
Come on, holy man. your faith against, was it his faith against his face?
Yeah, something like that.
I just love that, like, his whole entrance into that house just caused a whole earthquake. Like, the whole house shook and everything.
Yeah.
And I was
yeah,
like,
dude.
God
He's the
damn.
master, man. He's powerful. He's
He
a super
like
old
the
vampire.
elements would change.
Yeah.
like the outside and the winds would pick up and things would get knocked over.
Because his box that he was in was cold at all times.
Oh, yeah, when they were
Super
transporting,
cold.
they were like, God, it's fucking freezing.
Underrated actor in this movie would be who is, well, first of all, Weasel the drunk.
Yes.
We all love Weasel. But the guy who drove the truck, who went to bury
the graveyard guy.
yeah,
Mike.
that dude had 2 really good scenes in this movie, and it was when he went into the diner and was explaining how he was feeling because he was bitten.
Yes.
And then he went and stayed at the guy's house, the older gentleman.
Dr. Bill. No, not Bill Norton.
Yeah, not a doctor.
Jason Burke. No, was it him?
I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure. It's the old English teacher.
Yeah, it was the old English teacher, but he stayed at the house, and then the English teacher starts to go, it was like he was making strange noises. I heard him invite someone into his room, and that laughing. I wish that was a scene.
Yeah, that's probably one of the scenes that got cut.
The scene he explains is so scary. It's like, fuck, I wish I would have had that scene. But then but you get one of the scariest scenes in the movie, which is when he goes into the room and he's sitting there in the rocking chair with his eyes closed, and he looks up and he has those yellow eyes, and he's just
effective.
Like, look at me, teacher. And you're just like, holy fuck.
Pump the brakes.
You have to pump the brakes. So you're like, oh shit. That was scary.
That was pretty
and
cool.
it still is scary.
Was that the same scene where he got, like, shanked in the arm?
No,
No.
He used the cross and like backed him out of a very very not secure window.
Oh, right.
A lot of windows.
Yeah, he just backed into that window normal weight and fell through it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, or I guess vampires are heavier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also trying to figure out how the vampires work. Were they able to compel people? Because they kept saying, "Do not look into their eyes."
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they had the ability to compel.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they did follow the lore of you have to invite me in.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm figuring they
through the eyes.
Unlike the second movie.
Yeah. Unlike the second. Well, in the second movie, they run the
This
town.
cancel a lot of lore.
Well,
No, it happened in the second movie, too.
No, not really. We'll just
No, they just cancel a lot of vampire lore. Do they not?
I mean,
Yeah, they do.
In
Yeah.
in the second movie,
We
it's
can eat
kinda-
garlic.
It's
Yeah,
kinda,
they do. We'll get to that.
Were they eating
Yeah.
garlic in the movie?
Yeah, they do.
In
Oh,
the second
really?
movie.
They're chopping
Oh.
garlic and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But in the house, when we get towards the end of the film, Mr. Stryker picks up Dr. Bill and shoves him, picks him up like he's nothing, and just runs him into a wall of antlers.
Spikes. Yeah.
That was cool. I think that was the one graphic death
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the whole movie was his
Again,
death scene
because of TV.
because of TV. And he died. Everyone dies funny. It's just so funny how everyone dies.
Yeah.
It's
And
quite
all of a
comical.
sudden they're like, and now this person's dead, and Mrs. So and so's dead too.
Everyone's fucking dead.
and then not one person to the author's just like, is anyone else not worried?
Yeah.
And they're just like, this is normal.
This is normal here. This happens.
Vampires, you're crazy.
So in the book, Mr. Barlow is actually just a classic vampire. If you ever read the book,
Is he?
yeah, he's not he's not a monster looking.
He's not like a Nosferatu.
No, he's like a
No,
regular dude.
he was supposed to be like a handsome vampire,
Yeah,
but
he's
it was
like
a last minute decision by the people to be like, let's give him something different
Yeah.
Okay.
and let's stand out.
That
And
makeup-
Stephen King wasn't down with it, but then he came around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause Stephen
That
King
makeup
liked
was a
this.
nightmare too. I heard. I was watching videos earlier about the death scene of Mr. Barlow, and how much of a nightmare it was with that makeup because it was always cracking. And
Oh
breaking and
yeah,
stuff
I
like
could
that.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. And that death scene, that was a cool death scene. He just
Oh yeah.
finally when Ben hammers the stake into him 1,000 times, he's just wailing on this guy.
Well,
the
when you're
stake.
the master of all evil,
Yeah.
you're gonna take a. You're
You
gonna
think
take
you need
a
one
a
steak? You need
whooping.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're gonna need a whooping for sure.
They leave Susan in the house and burn it down.
Yeah,
And you can hear her screams later in the end of the movie. She's just screaming for her ear life, and the window
Oops.
breaks, and they kind of leave that there. That's her screaming. I'm assuming that's her screaming.
Yeah, because they don't really tell you. Do they show that her get bit?
No, but Mr. Stryker takes her somewhere, and that's it.
Well, I think they knew what they had to do.
Yeah. And this is kind of where I don't understand how there's a sequel. So, towards the end of what Salem's Lot, they're burning the town down.
Yeah.
He even mentioned, Ben, the character, even says the fire will move and burn them out of their hiding spots.
Well, they said the fire was like the wind was gonna blow it towards the town.
Yeah, and they wanted that. They wanted to burn everything down to kill all the vampires and get them out of their hiding spots, so they had nowhere to hide and would die in the sunlight. So, if that happened, then there in the second movie, A Return to Salem's Lot, there is not one utter of the town fire. Like you would think that'd be like the Great Fire of so and so.
No connection.
It's not even like the same town.
It's not.
No.
It's not. It's filmed in Vermont, and you can literally tell that it's in a different part of the fucking country.
Look, man,
Well, let's get into the second one.
Hold on.
Let's get the last notes in.
But let's talk about what y'all think of Salem's Lot and what you'd give it.
What do you give it, Mike?
What I give it. I'll say I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
It's a good film. It's a watch. I mean, I don't mind long watches.
Right.
I just wish more would have happened in some points of it.
Yeah.
I kind of got lost in some of it, but I enjoyed it. It's a good watch.
Okay, George.
I mean, I did. I enjoyed it. Obviously, being a TV thing, they did spend a lot of time in character development in the beginning and kind of setting everything up.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little dragged on. They could have built everything kind of together instead of just
cut
focusing
30
so
minutes
much.
off this movie.
Yeah, there's 30 or 40 minutes somewhere. that can be
Either
cut.
way, taking that in consideration with dude, the movie came out in 79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely dated.
Going back and how old it is and stuff like that. It's a good watch. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to everything that we're used to now,
compared to the remake of this garbage.
Oh, 2004?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
No,
I've
never seen it. Yeah.
What? You never
No.
watched TNT's fucking
The Rob Lowe version?
Yeah.
No,
Oh
I've
my god.
I definitely do give it a good 7 vampire heart steaks out of 10.
Nice.
7? Okay, what about
7
you?
hearts.
Oh, I give it an 8. Atmosphere and soundtrack alone, I like it.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I would just say again back on on what George said. I would definitely cut 30 minutes off of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing the politics of this movie, I kind of forgive it. And because of its coming out in the 70s, it's kind of dated.
Yeah.
But I give it respect because it's kind of what started the Stephen King
TV
movie.
series
Yeah.
hype. Would you guys like to see it? And sorry to not
I had
let you
nothing
do
else
your
to say.
thing,
Oh,
Dylan.
no, I'll answer. I think I know what you're going to say, and I can answer that question along with what I think about it.
Awesome. Do you think that this movie deserves to be remade?
Yes,
Okay.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
We need vampires back.
And do what they did. Dark, make it dark as fuck, make it gory. I think this movie would really be a really good remake in today's time.
Let the director of The Witch do it. Oh, I got Mike on his toes.
That would be
I
good.
Think to play the writer, I think it should either be Sam Rockwell
Ooh.
or Oscar Isaac.
Ooh,
Okay.
I would enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
awesome.
I think Salem's Lot is a movie that if it was to be remade and it had a good team on it,
Right.
you couldn't be really mad because
No,
you're never
it's-
gonna get rid of the original because it is a true horror
classic.
A movie I compare a lot to Salem's Lot is 30 Days of Night in a sense. Even the scene, even the scene in
I didn't even
30
think
Days
of that.
of Night where the vampire jumps through the window
Yeah.
and slowly rises up over the thing and drags that woman out of the house.
Wow, I didn't.
That was very Salem's Lot reminiscent, and it is the concept of a town under a vampire
Wow.
attack.
Wow,
We already got the remake.
we got
Yeah.
the remake.
Well,
30
no, two very different
Yeah,
movies.
yeah, no, completely.
30 Days of Night is a movie I would love to talk
So-
about.
Oh, we need to.
Just on Ben Foster's performance alone.
Oh yeah, that,
I fucking love that movie so much.
Same,
But
same,
I
same.
would say Salem's Lot is a movie that I would 1,000% highly recommend.
There you go.
If you could buy it, buy it.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
shown this movie to several people. Most of them were on their phones, lost interest. It was a long movie. They got
Yeah.
lost along the way and stuff
You
like
like
that.
showing
So
people 3-hour movies.
Well,
you got 3 hours to kill.
I
Come over
got
to
The
Dylan's house.
Shining
Don't worry.
or
I got you.
Look, this movie.
Salem's Lot.
Look, this movie isn't going to grip you like The Shining.
No.
No,
It's
it
just
doesn't.
not.
No,
The
it-
Shining's a movie that will make you put your phone down and watch.
Yes.
This I could see you being kind of drifting in and out of places, and some people are like, "Yeah, it's okay for what it is," But for me, it's for the time. It's I know I just made that 30 Days of Night comparison and whatnot, but I mean, it really did a lot of good for vampire movies for the time that it did.
Yeah.
And I really feel like it's a lot. It deserves a lot more credit than it's gotten.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can just now find physical copies to buy it.
Of Salem's Lot?
Yeah, because I remember looking for it like years ago, and
That's
and
true. Yeah, some
not
of these
being able
older
to
movies
find
are
it.
hard to find.
Yeah, like I said, they only made a theatrical version for Europe, for the Europe market.
Like I said, I would love to see the original TV cut.
Yeah.
If we could figure out how to get our hands on that,
I'm sure.
or
there's some
if
way.
it's somewhere, that would be really cool to watch.
I would say we could call it directed, but yikes.
Yikes.
He's dead.
But speaking of that, let's go over to.
I have one more thing.
What is?
Do you think it's Mr. Barlow is Pennywise? That's a theory.
Is it?
Yeah. Because it takes place in the Stephen King universe, and whenever there's a monster, they're like, "Oh, it could be Pennywise."
I don't think Stephen King's that like everything. All my monsters are gonna be Pennywise.
Yeah,
type of thing.
they make a reference to Salem's Lot and Dr. Sleep,
Yeah,
but that's really only the other time that like Salem's Lot really kind of comes up.
yeah. I don't think so.
Wasn't one of the characters in Salem's Lot was in Dark Towers?
I think so. Yeah.
You could be right. I don't know.
No,
From book-wise, at
no,
least.
I definitely think I remember. Look, I'm about to dive deep into the audio books of 7 Dark Tower series.
Oh,
there you go.
God.
Because I mean, reading puts me to sleep. I can't help it. So
Now,
I gotta
Honestly,
do
maybe that's what
audiobooks.
I should start doing.
Well, no. Apparently, there's also graphic novels too.
Yeah, there is.
I've read a couple of them.
I
They weren't
enjoy-
released by Marvel.
Look,
Yeah.
I enjoy a good audiobook. That Pet Sematary book
Same.
I'm reading is
I
audio.
do
Dude,
too.
once you told me it was like Michael C. Hall's the one that's
Oh
reading
my
it, right?
god,
Dude.
his Judd Crandall voice is fucking.
Dude, Michael C.
perfect.
Hall alone just reading Pet Sematary, like just picturing it in my head, I'm like, all right, like
Look,
this,
Audible, $15 a month. You get a free book every fucking month.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, so like I'll pay 50 and like every book I read, I buy the physical version of it to stock it on my library at my house. So for me, and plus I have long rides between here and where I live.
Yeah.
Then so the audiobooks help me kill time. So I mean,
You could have watched the movie on the way here.
You could have.
oh no, I would. I could.
You would still have an hour.
Yeah. You
No,
said-
I could have drove. Actually, no. Yeah, by the time I drove from my house to here, and by the time I got to my house, I think it would have just finished.
you would have just finished it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about a movie that has child marriages, an old Nazi killer, and nothing to fucking do with Salem's Lot at all. A return to Salem's Lot.
It's a return.
It's a return to something.
it's a return to the name of a town, which is a different town with
In a
different
different
people
part of
and a
America.
different story. But you know what? We're returning to Salem's Lot.
We're to Jerusalem's Lot, actually. They refer to it as Jerusalem's Lot in this movie
both.
for a while.
Both.
And then they switch back over to Salem because
Yeah,
they
'cause
don't.
Jerusalem
They're trying
was
to
the
cover
original.
up their
Salem's Lot? What? I never heard of
I wonder how he came up with the idea to shorten it to Salem, and because he thought that'd be creepy.
Did you want to hear Stephen King's original title for the book?
What?
Second Coming. Not kidding.
Ew.
Yeah. His wife talking about it. She said it sounds like a bad porno.
Or like you're gonna.
Thank you, Stephen King's wife.
Yeah.
because
Shout out to you, Mrs.
Without
King.
her, we would have gotten that terrible
Second Coming.
title, and we probably never would have gotten Pet Sematary.
Probably wouldn't know.
because when he wrote that book, he reread it and was like, I can't believe I wrote this. This is such a fucking horrible, like, not the book is terrible, like, it's such a fucking intense book. Where did I come up with this shit?
Yeah.
And he put it in
Dark.
a desk, and his wife was like, why don't you just publish it? So thank you.
Thank you.
Because that book is great.
My last.
So this next movie is directed by Larry Cohen, and he wrote the story for this movie as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he also did the screenplay, and James Dixon helped him with that screenplay.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
What other movies has this person done?
He has done
Let's just go ahead and
It's
name.
Alive.
3.
It Lives Again.
He did Phone Booth.
Wait, Phone Booth.
He did
Oh my
wait,
God.
What?
Great movie.
No!
Says who?
The whole movie takes place in a phone booth. What could go wrong?
A lot.
A lot goes wrong.
I fucking hate George.
So he did It's Alive, It Lives Again, It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive. The same year he did Return to Salem, so that says a lot. Says a lot right there.
There's 3 movies in that year.
He also did.
There is 3 movies that year. Deadly Illusion,
He also did The Stuff.
The Stuff.
The stuff!
What was the stuff?
I've never seen The Stuff.
The stuff and things.
A
Things and
delicious,
stuff.
mysterious goo that oozes from the earth is marketed as the newest dessert sensation. But the tasty treat rots more than teeth when zombie-like snackers. This movie is for us!
Snackers.
This movie was
Snackers.
meant for us!
So this is what we're gonna do.
We
If you guys sign up for a Patreon now,
Oh, that's right.
you can listen to us watch the stuff drunk and might get high.
And we're eating snacks.
Why are you saying all this?
I don't know.
That's not a might.
We're going to eat a bunch of snacks and watch the stuff. How
I'm
about
gonna
that?
make.
Are we filming us doing that?
Maybe.
Or recording it?
I will record.
see.
Let's
Okay.
live stream it.
Let's just talk about a Return to Salem's Lot.
No, do we have to?
God. So let's start off with the beginning of this
I
movie.
like the
This
idea of
movie was
us
great.
getting drunk.
Yeah, okay.
The beginning of this movie.
Okay, first of all, when I started this movie, I was like, wait, did I put in Cannibal Holocaust on accident?
T-
I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
I was
what?
like-
I thought
I was like, huh?
I was like, did I accidentally start Serpent and the Rainbow? Like, is this what I fucking started?
I was like, I thought I was watching a vampire
the
movie.
most ridiculous scene of an anthropologist filming a indigenous tribe, and then
Would you call him anthropologist?
I wouldn't have called him an
I'd call him a hack.
I call him a hack too. And then they're performing some ritual where they cut some guy open and things like that. And he's telling the camera guy to you get your hand away from your gun. You be respectful that we're able to see this ritual and things like that. And then some dick on a boat is just shooting a gun, yelling his name, which is the most American thing you can do.
But was that dude American that went for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't he?
He's just he was like, Joe!
Joe!
Sends all the people running, and he's like, why the fuck would you do that, dude? It took me weeks to get here. Just a weird intro.
I guess
It's
it
a
kind
weird
I
beginning.
guess it's meant to show you his temperament and his personality.
I guess.
But it doesn't reflect anything
No.
later in the fucking movie.
At all. All you get from that is that his ex-wife is sending crazy telegraphs that he needs to come home. There's an emergency. So he flies back from South America
Because his kid is crazy.
because his son Jeremy's a piece of shit.
Oh my
His-
god.
His son's fucking Dennis the Menace.
Dude.
But times 1,000.
mullet.
He's so bad.
Dude,
And his parents are
all
like,
of his one-liners in the whole entire movie.
When does this movie come out?
this movie came out
His
in
son-
87.
His son dresses
So-
like he snorts pills.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Snorts
100%.
Ritalin in the fucking boarding house of his fucking private school.
So this movie came out in the hype of the vampires, 80s.
Yeah.
Why is it bad?
Okay, so this is why it's
I
bad.
thought this was great.
Why is it bad?
It's bad.
Yeah,
We don't have that much time.
We don't have time. To
that's
discuss
what we
all-
do on this podcast.
Well, I'm just saying right now.
we just talk about bad movies.
There is a good
Apparently.
movie. No. There's a good movie
Oh yeah,
in Return to Salem's Lot.
Yeah,
And it's
I
no,
just wanted to-
Dylan, hear me out, Dylan. and it's when
My
the,
rage is just rising.
it's when the old guy comes back into the movie.
Yes, the
It's
old guy
when the
saves
old
the
guy
movie.
comes back.
Oh God, the Nazi killer.
He's like, I'm no Nazi hunter. I'm a Nazi killer. And then Joe's like, well, that sure does take away a lot of red tape.
Oh,
There wasn't. I guarantee you. You couldn't. I bet you couldn't find a. You couldn't find a comma or a period in this script.
No, not
You
at
could
all.
not find one indent line at all. No one gave anyone space to talk
Nope.
during a line.
They're just
At
over
all.
all each
What
other.
are you doing here? I have the deed. You can get it from the judge on Friday. You.
He's on the big. He's in the big White House.
He can't do that.
You can't.
They had the fattest cops on the planet. The fucking
They're constables. They're not cops.
the curved police department. These two fat dudes just roll up.
What do you got? What are you doing here? I'm living in this house that was deeded to me. Do you have any proof? Yeah, here's the will
We'll
and the
see
deed to
about
the
that.
house. We'll see about that. He doesn't even read it. He just we'll see about that.
Yeah, no, he literally rides the cop car on 70 acres of open field to get to this house. He doesn't even he parks 2 miles from the house, and it's like, I guess we should go see what's up. It's like, no, you don't.
They're not even on your property.
Not even on your property. Like, why would you do that?
that's false advertisement. That poster.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, because the poster has Mr. Barlow on it.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Where the
it's-
fuck is he?
He's
there
not
is
in
no
it at
Mr.
all.
Barlow in this movie at all.
Can we talk about the new Mr. Barlow? I guess you could say
Judge Axel.
Yeah, it's
God.
fucking the makeup.
Well, Barlow's dead.
It went from the smooth,
This was
nice, sleek vampire to
Yeah,
this
but what
ugly-ass fucking
connection-
troll-looking thing.
Look,
What connection does this movie have with the other one?
It doesn't.
So then you can bring back Barlow.
no,
It'd
you
be
can't.
just fine.
You can't bring back Barlow. You
Yes,
want to
you
know
can.
why? I'll tell you why. You want to know why? Because you have to make room for whatever that other fucked up thing was in this goddamn movie.
That shit was fucking
The
Trolls
god-
2 vampire.
The goddamn, well, I don't even, it looked like a
It looked
vampire
like-
bat.
It looked like.
It looked like someone had some modeling clay and didn't know what they were doing.
No,
What
you know what he
was
looked
it?
like? You know
Make a bat demon thing.
what is it? What is it? Men in Black 2 with the poop nose guy. Guys look like poop.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking about
that's-
bald chin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking the vampire.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same fucking character. Ugly ass
But
piece
like
of shit.
he can transform to it. Like that's his true character. and he
Is that
hides-
him?
Yeah.
That's the judge.
That's,
Yes,
the,
that's the
judge.
judge.
So
Yeah.
he hides that. He hides that.
So
form
this
of-
whole time I thought there was just some fucked up thing running around in the woods.
That was the fucking
That
judge.
was like
judge.
it was like the wild card vampire that they're like, well, whoever goes out in the woods, it ain't us that got
Right?
him.
He
so-
couldn't hang out in the town with the rest of the vampires. He was shown in the
Well,
forest.
no, because the police, the crooked cops, stopped the van full of kids that just got back from the Depeche Mode concert, it looked like. And they're all like, oh man, like you can't just pull us over, man. And they're like, oh, we can't go through Salem's Lot. This one dude just comes out of nowhere with like,
We're celebrating.
What you say about
the,
the
the guy's this must have been his first acting job. He goes, I gotta kill it. I gotta make it in Hollywood. So he comes out of nowhere and he goes, talking about my town? Huh? Are you talking about my town? You talking about my town? And like just marches over,
It just bites him.
all wide-eyed, and they're like, hey man, take it easy. Like maybe we should show him some respect. And then they start feasting on the one dude. And then one's just run away. I don't know. The other two got attacked by the judge, which was the giant. I swear to God, if I wish we could show people what the fuck this.
We'll
thing-
post it on Instagram.
It looks like a fucking.
Post it on our story.
It looks like Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers made some kind of fucked up like Chinese aftermarket
Godzilla.
like a Happy Meal toy come to life. Like it has its own series that they made up just to sell the Happy Meals or whatever. But it looks like some kind of fucked up Japanese monster thing that just got grown to like a regular person size. Its fingers are like 3 feet long. What the fuck?
It's Sid from the Goonies.
Hand me that thing, please, because I have to see it up close because I'm kind of forgetting what it looks like.
It looks like a big blue, purple mass of fucking dumb.
It looks like the first concept of Jeepers Creepers.
I was so upset. I was so upset when I saw it because you see it at the very beginning. You're like, all right, who the fuck is this guy? And the whole movie, you're like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? And then at the end, you get to the end, it's like, oh, it's a fucking judge. What? It's a fucking judge?
It's the judge.
So yeah, back to the lore. That
Yeah.
it just
God,
cancels
dude.
a bunch of vampire lore. Like, oh, we can see our reflections.
Well,
also,
well,
we
Well,
can.
I mean, the thing about reflections is because that the mirrors back in the olden days
Oh, here we
had
go.
silver in them. And that's why vampires couldn't see themselves. But they don't do that anymore, so it's technically not a far stretch to
All
say
right.
that that's why they can
Wow.
see themselves.
I did not
all
know
right,
that.
all right. So,
I didn't know that either until my sister-in-law
Well-
informed me.
Well,
all right,
there-
so what about the garlic?
Nah, that's some bullshit. They can't eat no
Look at
garlic.
my wife over there. She's chopping garlic. So you see, I guess we can eat garlic. How else and over here, some more terrible acting. Like,
How else are you supposed to eat garlic bread? All right.
Well,
Everyone
they
eats
try
garlic
to
bread.
introduce a cool concept with the vampires being like part of the society now, and
Like
Yeah.
normal?
like
They're
being normal. Like
We're
they
feast-
they
there's-
go out at night. Like
they have their
have-
familiars that like work during the day. All
Yeah.
they were called drones.
Yeah, the fucking drones.
which is cool. Again, like
I like
when you're
that.
saying there's a good movie in here, that's what I think.
Yeah, like I said, there's some good things. They feast on cattle to show that, like, hey, we
Vampire cows.
Okay, no. When you guys saw that scene, did anyone think of the little vampire movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, where are the vampire cows?
Which makes me think.
Where are
I'm
the-
like,
and
oh,
then and then they zoomed in on the cow at the end of the movie. I'm like, please, cow with fangs, cow with fangs.
vampire cow stampede.
Yes, please.
Okay, first of all, can we do a Horror Junkies vampire cow movie?
Can that? We're working on Hippocalypse, but we'll
Yeah,
make a vampire cow
Yeah,
movie
there's
soon.
Vampire
Hippopotamus.
there's
cow on the back burner.
Hippocalypse. There's
then-
the video game.
Yeah, there's
Well, where's what's the vegan horror movie we were gonna do?
We'd have a vegan horror movie.
Pleatherface.
Leatherface.
Yeah, Leatherface.
The vegan horror
We're
movie.
meeting Willem Dafoe
We're meeting William Dafoe.
sometime soon.
There's a whole
list
of
out
things.
there.
I don't know if I can shake that guy's hand. I've
But
seen
no,
his dick.
the movie was it kind of fooled you because they rolled into town and then all of a sudden the vampires start communicating with each other.
Yeah.
Kind of like Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, where they whisper to each other like he's here, like oh he's returned, like blah blah blah. I was like, oh wow, that's actually kind of scary. Maybe this is gonna be a scary movie. No,
No, the
No.
movie's not scary at all.
no, because now they're like, oh he's returned, like. Okay, we want, and this is where I brought up the last point of being like how the vampires kept themselves hidden from society. They're like, well, do you think that they'll find out about vampires? And the guy's like, in like 200 years when we want them to, yeah.
Yeah.
But we need someone to write a Bible for our people so that they
That was
know
cool.
what's going to go on. And you're an anthropologist. So it's like, so you
do it.
So
You write it or we kill your son. That was the ultimatum they gave.
well, not only that, I mean, they wanted to give him willingly, but the guy was kind of like, oh, hey, like your son can be a vampire and he can marry Tara Reid.
He can
that was
marry
her
this
first
girl.
movie.
All right, and that leads me to a really funny thing. So
They were going to give him a smoking hot, like,
Kathy.
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 She was going to be hot
Vampire
forever.
wife.
She
said-
okay, no, I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. I have a
What's the question?
So that scene where we're introduced to Kathy, excuse me,
The 17-year-old.
Is she 17?
She's
Technically,
17.
she doesn't. She stops aging after
Right?
17.
Well,
Right?
She said you were 14, I was 17. I never changed.
Does
I waited for
consent
you.
exist in Salem's Lot?
I know. I was.
And wait.
No.
Why does that sound
Vampires can get pregnant.
Why does that sound like a
What?
Why does that sound like a fucking like a Vice article? Does consent exist in Salem's Lot?
Because like that whole sex scene, like it was very like he walks into the room, sees her, they kiss, sex, and like they're having sex, and then she's like not talking, like her lips aren't moving, but there's like a weird monologue going on, and you're like, is she just talking in her head right now, or like is she supposed to be telling this guy this thing? And I'm like, and then in the back of my head she says that 17 thing, and I'm like, are you 17 and he's like 50? Like what the fuck is going on?
But we don't know how long she's been 17. She could be older than him. She's 17.
No, they're the same. I mean, no, he
was 14.
He was 14 or 15.
14.
She was 17.
So she's 3 years older than him.
So I mean, if you're gonna be bureaucratic about it, I guess technically she's still 2 years older than him.
But she looks.
But she's their 17-year-old self.
She just stopped aging after 17. She's not 17.
She got the body of a
Did
17-year-old.
Metro Station write that song about Kathy? There's so many theories from Return to Salem's Lot.
Connect the red dots.
Pregnant vampires.
And you say this movie's bad.
Pregnant vampires.
This is why I didn't need to write notes about this movie.
This movie
It's all
gets
there.
so fucking funny, dude. I'm telling you, when what's his name? Dr. Van Meer gets back into the movie. Mind you, he never loses a fucking cigar.
Never.
He always has a cigar in his mouth. Always. And then they're like, oh, I'm lost. He's like, I'm lost. I can't drive without my glasses. And they just go, he just tells them all this vampire shit. He's like, let's go. I read your Bible. Let's fucking go kill some vampires.
Yep.
And they're driving, and then...
Because what do you hunt after Nazis?
Exactly.
Vampires.
Exactly. And they're driving, and the fucking drones are attacking them, I think, or they're vampires. And he's just
The drones.
He's like, take the wheel. This is the new windshield. Shoots him.
Yeah.
Shoots him. This guy's accuracy is on point.
Dude, the guy that like latches onto the freaking car and shit, and he's like holding on, he like reaches out the window and like shoots him, and the fucking vampire goes flying.
That's a powerful gun.
Dude, what the fuck? He just shoots from the hip
Yeah.
and
Don't fuck with this
headshots
guy.
everyone.
Don't fuck with this guy.
Okay, can we talk about that scene when they're in the basement and the police finds him?
And he pretends
Dr.
to
Weber
get
is
drunk
like he's like getting it. He's like in the coffin.
He's pretending to get
and he's just
in.
like just like slowly just reaches his gun up. He's like pew.
Pow.
Patooey.
How did he keep that ruse up for so long?
I don't know, man. This guy is the reason this movie's good.
I was fucking dying laughing when I saw that.
Where was he in World War II? He could have taken the Nazis on his own.
Literally.
I think he did.
He took the whole fucking town on his own.
What if he's Lieutenant Aldo Rain, but like older?
Oh, God.
Ooh, what a good that movie would be. Lieutenant Aldo Rain from Inglourious Bastards hunts vampires.
Oh, that'd be cool. I like that.
Oh, Inglourious Bastards means From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes.
Oh. I also love how like the scene where they're like the whole time he's like, I'm not writing your fucking Bible. I'm not doing it.
But
there's
he's
no way
writing
you can make me. I'm never gonna fucking write this. And they're like, here's that chick you wanted to screw when you were 14. And his dick's like, do it, fucking do it. Just write it.
And he writes it.
And then he writes it,
the
and then he
Bible.
gets into trouble, and his dick's nowhere to be found. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
So pretty much like
This movie
two
is
awkward sex
batshit
scenes.
crazy.
Oh my god.
It has nothing to do, because, like, speaking of Salem's Lot, the town burned down, okay? It was filmed in Northern California, so it has an aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
This movie was filmed in Vermont. It looks completely
Nothing
different.
in Vermont has aesthetic.
The town doesn't even look. The town doesn't even look the same. And I was like, if they
No
would have
disrespect
mentioned
to
that the
people in
town
Vermont.
burnt down and they rebuilt it,
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. That's why the town doesn't look the same. No mention of it. A Return to Salem's Lot is just another movie. It's not a sequel. It can't be.
It's like trying to explain Trolls 2.
Exactly.
It's just a different movie.
It's just a different movie.
Well, every time I ask Mike to explain what about Trolls 2, he just goes, "There's no Trolls 1.
There isn't.
There isn't.
There is no Trolls 1.
There's no Trolls.
I mean,
There's a thing-
technically there is a
there's
Trolls
thing-
1.
Technically,
I've
there's a
seen
Trolls,
on the
but
internet.
it's completely unrelated to Trolls 2.
Okay.
Trolls is like a crazy wizard movie type of thing.
Yeah.
Trolls 2,
Oh my God!
they're eating her. Now they're gonna eat me.
Oh no!
That scene happened in Return to Salem's Lot with the homeless people in the woods and the kids.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Oh.
like you better back away. I'll hit a kid. And the guy goes, "You can't hit a kid. You'll go to jail or being eaten." Like,
I will say the kills in this movie were kind of cool, and it's kind of what made me enjoy it more.
Huh?
My favorite one, hold on, is when Joe douses the vampire in the basement when Dr. Mir is
He's in the bear trap?
in the bear trap, and she melts. I thought that was cool shit.
let's talk about the bear trap.
The
Does
random-ass
nothing
bear
hurt
trap?
this dude?
Nothing, dude.
Oh my God! Can we
He's
talk about the
unstoppable.
terrible limping?
He's
the rest of the
unstoppable.
movie where he would no, and
He
then,
is Mr. Barlow.
dude, the scene where they're like leaving,
dead.
They were leaving a house and he's kind of hopping, limping, and like dude, the fakest fall
Oh
ever.
my God.
Like he's like running in a field, and he's
You
like
don't
kind of
talk
like
shit about
jumping,
that man.
limping, and then he just goes.
Yeah, then
"Whoa,"
they go,
and
then
like
they go,
slowly
then they go in the
falls.
auditorium, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're hurt," and he goes, "I love the pain. It keeps me spry," or something. I'm just like, this dude eats pain for breakfast. this dude just is nothing but
a bowl of nails
he,
with
like,
no milk.
He just washes his hair with like Purell.
Just the one-liners. The,
The hard
one-liners in this
stuff.
movie were just fucking hilarious.
He washes his hands with only unscented soap. Like nothing has flavor.
Like,
It's just
dude-
brand cereal, Dove unscented soap. That's just dude's just like plain.
Dude, there's a scene when they're in the church and like they're kind of like holding out before they go on their fucking giant killing spree, and the
when they overslept.
Yeah, when they overslept, and
That's something I would do.
The-
Not a Nazi killer.
the main character Joe, he just like he's like, it's getting dark, and that's where they'll be, and like a super whisper voice. I'm like,
Oh, the
okay, first of
audio
all,
was-
obviously,
he sang
and
one
why
of his
did you
lines.
whisper that?
The audio
He's-
is trash
And
in
he was
this
like,
movie.
it's
He
getting
sang
dark.
one of his
That's where
lines.
they'll be.
He like sang one of his lines to the kid. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Why did he do that?"
No, the best scene, he goes to his son, Jeremy, goes, "Did you get laid last night?"
Oh my God, I know. He was like, you're being all peppy and like running around and stuff. And I'm like, what?
Did you get laid?
yeah.
He's like, you get laid.
You know what would be
laid?
awesome? If fucking Tommy Wiseau did this movie. If Tommy Wiseau was,
It would make more sense.
It makes so much more sense.
Oh my God! I need a Return to Salem's Lot Tommy Wiseau movie where he's the judge.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, please.
Oh my God!
Oh god. There's nothing.
I'll be
this
vampire
movie has
killer.
no depth to it. No actual story. They just start killing vampires.
Flat.
The kid is a piece of shit.
Kid's a shithead. He becomes a better kid. Halfway at the end of the movie, they're taking the bus, and like the old man's driving, but he stops. He's like, I don't remember how to start the drive again. And he just starts driving, and then all of a sudden it like switches, and it's Joe driving, and the old man sitting in the back. Whoever edited this movie, awful job.
Well, like, dude,
There's so many jump scenes that you're like, what the fuck just happened?
dude, the fucking kid's like 11 years old or some shit, and like, you know, they pick him up and they're on the way to Salem's Lot, and then the dad's like, you know how to drive? He's like, yeah, and he makes the fucking kid drive.
Yeah,
And
no
then
no
the fuck-
transition.
And then the whole time, this kid's fucking talking shit, cussing and shit, and the fucking dad looks at him and he's like, are you good for anything other than cursing and smoking cigarettes? And he's like,
The editor was almost
like, the kid was like, fuck you. And I'm like, what the fuck?
fuck you, Dad.
Oh, a little less
Yeah.
fuck you, okay?
Yeah, this kid was like a Mad Magazine character come to life.
The editing skills was kind of like what was that movie that we watched for the bad month of
Birdemic?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Nail Gun Massacre.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like that.
Just like that. Probably the same person.
Nah, couldn't be.
Nah, it probably is. That's
Yeah,
okay.
baby.
God, this fucking movie.
I definitely think if you haven't seen this movie, you need to watch it because, like I said, it's pretty bad up until, but the
Watch it
ending
tomorrow.
portion of this movie is so much fucking fun.
I can't recommend it.
No, I'm gonna say watch
no,
it.
I can
Don't
dude.
pay for it.
Solid 10.
Solid 10.
Shut the fuck up, Dad.
Solid 10.
I had a
not
good
pay-
old fucking
do
time.
not pay for this movie.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
I'm literally going by memory too. I didn't rewatch it for this show.
No, I
Shame.
watched it once, and so many things are burned into my memory.
Yeah.
He shot the old guy shoots the judge 3 times in the head, then fake shoots himself in the stomach. And I'm sorry, aren't vampires supposed to have like a heightened sense of
This
smell?
dude is like the master of like shitty subterfuge. There is like it is so easy to trick these vampires.
Yeah, and also it took 7 or 8 of them to hold Joe back, and vampires are supposed to be super strong. And it's like, couldn't one of you just held him down?
That's
Not
what I'm
like 10
saying.
of you?
None of the lore of vampires
to
is
the
in
drama.
this movie.
Like I said, a return to Salem's Lot is what it is. It's a return to Salem's Lot in the sense that it doesn't have anything to do with Salem's Lot. Like,
You know what's a better film?
what?
Fright Night.
Yes.
If you want to watch a vampire movie,
Just watch
it.
Fright Night.
Watch Fright Night.
Or watch Salem's Lot. Watch the original one. Like this one, watch it if
Return
you
to
just
Salem's
want to
Lot.
if you just want to experience what we experienced
Watch the
because it's a
2004
wild
remake.
ride.
Dude, I had fun with this movie.
You know what we're watching
Like-
next week?
What?
We're watching the remake.
No, we're,
The TNT straight to TV remake. Yeah, we are.
oh, we are not doing that.
Yes, we are.
Oh man, we should do the.
We'll do another return.
No, we should do the Salem's Lot, TNT, and the Shining remake.
Yes.
No.
We should do
Both.
those.
We'll make that an exclusive episode where people hear us
If
cry
you buy
for
our
9 hours.
Patreon.
Yeah, do it on the Patreon because I'm gonna watch those. I want people giving me money.
Yeah.
That's fucking no way.
We need money for the pizza.
But I guess for a return, what are you guys giving it?
this
fucking
does,
two.
This
doesn't
does-
deserve
two.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This gets a goddamn 2. I can only say, I warned you.
You're gonna need 2
Don't
nights
watch
for this
it,
one.
but if you're gonna watch it, I mean, it is.
Maybe have some snacks.
It just like. But here's the thing, like it wasn't,
Dude.
It was boring.
Dude,
Yeah.
You know what's better? Violently poking your eye.
I give it a 5, dude.
Okay, George.
Wow, George!
5 face melting vampires.
No, you
out
don't
of
get
10,
to do
dude.
that.
No, dude. Honestly, like as bad as this fucking movie is, dude, between the fucking piece of shit kid who
That's-
just yelled "fuck" a lot and the fucking Nazi killer, I had fun. Like I was fucking laughing my
I
ass
had
off.
fun. I was
Like-
at Starbucks finishing this movie, and I was laughing.
Like, dude, I was literally
What'd you get at
laughing my
Starbucks?
ass off.
Nothing.
And I also watched this movie with someone like doesn't really watch a lot of horror movies, and like, dude, we were just having a ball, like just ripping on
Yeah,
the fucking movie. And like, so like, literally, the movie is like, if you just watch it, turn your fucking brain off, drink a beer or something.
Who'd you
and,
watch
like,
this with?
A friend.
A friend.
But like,
Was it Austin?
sure. Anyway, dude, it's funny. Like,
No,
if you just shut your brain off, it
it's-
is a funny movie.
No.
It's watchable. I
Dylan's like,
think
no,
it's hilarious.
No.
don't lie to these people.
No, it's not. This
Hey,
is not a
you know
shut
what?
your brain off.
I'm
movie.
here to fucking shoot my fucking opinion on the fucking internet, and you know what? That's my fucking opinion.
It's just so bad.
Yeah.
It is not a movie.
Whatever,
Someone's
it's
gonna.
funny.
Not one person except maybe George will come up to you and go, "I can't believe you haven't seen A Return to Salem's Lot."
Here's my Blu-ray.
If you
DVD.
want to have a good time, here's my Blu-ray, my VHS, and my
birthday's in 2
DVD,
weeks?
whatever
Yeah,
you want to watch.
why don't you? Well,
You said
I'll
your
tell you
birthday's in
what.
2 weeks?
Don't you dare get me that fucking DVD.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm gonna get you a T-shirt.
I'll tell you what. $40 for the Patreon account. You can be entered to win a night out with George, where you get to buy George $1 zombies at Applebee's, and then you get to go back. Then you get to go back to his house, pet his cat, and watch A Return to Salem's Lot. Doesn't that sound like the best fucking night of your life?
Bro,
I know it
literally,
sounds great
like
to me.
100 people are gonna sign up.
Not
for
only
this
that,
shit.
you have to pay to do it.
yeah, you have to buy all my drinks.
You have to pay to buy George drinks.
And you have to pick
You
me
gotta
up
pay us to let George go on the date, and then you have to pay for George's meal
Yeah,
and
we-
his drinks.
we have to
By the way,
lease-
you have
yeah,
to
we
pick me up, buy my Applebee's, and take me home.
Yeah, you have to pick him up. Good
Oh God! All right.
And you gotta come to the Applebee's near our house.
Yeah, our house. All right.
Why
That's
does
fucking.
George get the shit of the stick for this Patreon shit?
I don't know.
He's still got to fuck the waffle.
Really? Oh, God damn it, dude.
That's so true.
Whatever, dude. A night out with
God.
me is worth $1,000, so they're getting a good deal for 40.
Is it
right?
now? Is it? All right. Let's get out of here. All right, guys. It's been another fucking weird, hairy, sweaty episode of the Horror Junkies Podcast.
Horror Junkies Podcast.
As always, follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Instagram,
Twitch,
Twitter,
YouTube. I don't fucking
every
know.
fucking thing. Just search Horror Junkies Podcast and you'll find all our stuff. Drop us an email at horrorjunkiepodcast@gmail.com.
Horror Junkie.
Look out for our fun stuff when we go to Screamageddon on October 17th. Spooky Empire, October 26th and 27th.
Eventually, we'll get more Halloween Horror Nights footage.
More Halloween Horror Nights footage. And if you're in the Orlando area on October 29th, we will be hosting a Director's Dram night at the Courtesy Bar. We're going to be playing films by Terrence Fisher. We're going to be playing Horror of Dracula with Christopher Lee, The Revenge of Frankenstein, Revenge of Frankenstein, and The Curse of the Werewolf. So come hang out and drink themed drinks with us.
And we'll be at Spooky Empire.
I already said that. But it's okay.
Already got that.
All right, guys. As always, I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Jorge.
Stay weird and tune in next week when we watch Art the Clown do some crazy shit.